Once upon a time in Japan, when there is a marriage, the bride has been given a very expensive gift in the form of a guitar, and the raw material for making a guitar is red sandalwood, and the red sandalwood is not available to purchase in Japan or any other Asian countries, but it is only available in a village called Jeling in India, and from that village, the red sandalwood has been smuggled and sold all over the world. And now we'll come to see the main role of the movie. His name is Pushpa Raj. He used to work as a laborer in a local factory. And one day he was drinking tea and eating something when the owner of the factory arrives. And he didn't like the attitude of the worker and sends one of his men out to give him the news that the owner doesn't like his attitude, but he doesn't care. And he says he came here only to work and asked the man to give him his wage for the day. He took half of the money and left half of the money, telling the man that let the owner go to the market and let him buy some respect. And immediately he left his job and came back to his hometown. As now he is jobless, he is looking for new jobs in the market. Some of his friends go to work a regular job, but on the other side, he chose the high-paying illegal job. And from that point, his life will change forever. With all his co-workers, he's traveling a long way in the dense forest. Their job is to cut the red sandalwood tree, and as soon as they see police coming there, they ran away leaving their work behind. But Pushpa on the other side told everybody to stop running, and he told everybody that we've been working since morning very hard and we're not running away from anybody. And he told everybody a plan, and instead of running, everybody stayed there acting like they've been doing nothing. And when the police officer asks what were they doing there, they tell the officer that they were grazing their cows. The police officer already knew that they were doing something illegal there, but as Pushpa already hit all of the sandalwoods, they couldn't find any kind of proof, so they went away hopelessly. All of the workers there admired the courage and the heroic activities of Pushpa. Then a man called Keshav came up to Pushpa and he told him that he wanted to join his gang and work together forever. But one day when they were piling up the red sandalwood, the previous police officer came with hundreds of policemen and they were trying to stop the illegal activities that has been doing by the mafias. But Pushpa started the truck and he drove away, and the policemen came following him, but he already hit the truck and he came out barehanded, and the police captured him and took him to the jail. And in the police station, they began to trash him and asked him where he hid the truck. But he didn't give any answer. Instead, he kept on laughing. But one police officer who knows him very well came up and asked him about his father, which he doesn't have. From that moment onwards, he started reminiscing his childhood memories. And that moment gave him flashbacks about his childhood. When he was a boy, the teacher one day asked him his name. He smiled and says his name. And the teacher again asked him about his father's name. He smiled and told his father's name again. But suddenly, his elder brother from another mother came out from nowhere and told that the kid is not related to their family in front of the whole class. And he was forced to take out his surname. And from that moment onwards, Pushpa Raj doesn't have any surname and he only goes by his name. The flashback ended and the present day continues. In order to take Pushpa out of the police station, there comes three thugs who is the owner of the illegal work they have been doing. The three are brothers and the youngest name is Jolly Reddy. Jolly Reddy is a very mischievous person who exploits women and loves doing drugs, alcohol, and all the bad things. And the second brother is called Chika Reddy, and he's the most educated person among three of them. The eldest brother is called Konga Reddy, and he is a real gangster. And he loves fight so much that one time he threw a grenade in enemy's car, which took one of his hands. The three brothers were so impressed by Pushpa's attitude that after he has been beaten so badly by the police, he didn't say even a single word to the police. The three brothers asked Pushpa where he hid the red sandalwood, but Pushpa refused to give answer in front of the police, because he knew that he wouldn't get anything if he do so. And he told the three brothers that he would charge 5 lakhs if they want to know where he hid the sandalwood. The youngest brother, Jolly Reddy, was a little bit furious when he hears so, but they wouldn't get their truck if they don't pay Pushpa. And they all came with Pushpa at a place where he hid the truck. And they asked Pushpa the amount which he asked for. He then tried to come inside their car. At that moment, Jolly Reddy threw out some money and told him to come by taxi. Hearing that, Pushpa became very angry, and the money which he get from the contract, he told Keshav to get him a car. Keshav was very surprised, but following the orders of Pushpa, Keshav got him a car, and both of them came back to Pushpa's hometown where he showed his mother his new car. And in their new car, Pushpa and Keshav came to Reddy's house, and at that moment, he find the elder brother beating up some of his workers because police arrested some of his red sandalwoods, which is worth more than crores. And at that moment, Pushpa came up to the elder brother and told him about ways how not to get their illegal things arrested. But the elder brother told Pushpa that if the plan doesn't work, then he will get killed. Pushpa agrees to the statement and they started building a truck where they fill the down part of the truck with sandalwood and the upper side with milk. The elder brother was interested in his plans and they started working out. And the police couldn't arrest him because they think that he was doing a milk business. And talking about payments, the Raidis agreed to pay him 5 lakhs for transporting 1 crore worth of goods. But he told them that he wants only 4%. And when Keshav asked him why won't you take the 5 lakhs offer, he told Keshav that he doesn't want to get paid as a worker, but he want to split the profits. In that way they become partners, not their worker. And one day he came across a girl in his village and he was suddenly attracted to the girl. And the name of the girl was Sri Valley. And he came to know that she was daughter of a co-worker. Pushpa fell completely in love with her, and he came every single day in the temple to meet her. Pushpa keeps on asking Keshav whether she is looking at him or not, but Sri Valley on the other hand doesn't even know who Pushpa is. But on the other hand, they are continuing their smuggling, and the police couldn't arrest him because they are doing it in a very clever way. But one day the police stopped the milk truck for investigation and he struck the upper part and the lower part and he came to know that it sounds different. So in that way, the police came to know that they are carrying something inside. And the police arrested the culprits. And among those two, one was the father of the woman that Pushpa loves. And the police told them to work for them by giving them some money. And one day Sri Valley came to watch a movie with her friends but they couldn't afford the ticket. That time, Keshav, who is a friend of Pushpa, offered the girls 1,000 rupees just to have an eye contact with Pushpa for once. Pushpa was shocked and he followed Sri Valley and asked her whether she likes him or not. And then Sri Valley answered Keshav gave her 1,000 rupees just to do so. Pushpa was embarrassed and he even thought of beating up Keshav. But on the other side, he came up with an idea. He told Keshav to go again and tell the girl that he would offer 5,000 rupees for a kiss. And hundreds of trucks filled with red sandalwood were brought to Radius warehouse. And the owner of the red sandalwoods were Mangalam Jinu. He's one of the powerful men who can transport all of the goods passing 15 checkposts all the way to a dockyard in Chennai. And the responsibilities for taking care of the woods was Jolly Reddy, but he's a very mischievous person and he doesn't do any kind of work properly. But on the other side, Pushpa and his friend Keshav were waiting for Sri Valley to kiss her. Sri Valley arrived with her friends and she told Pushpa that her first kiss would be with her husband. The next day, Pushpa went to go down and by seeing that all the sandalwoods are outside, he asked all of the workers why is the reason all the sandalwoods are outside. And the reason was Jolly Reddy was keeping a woman which he slept with last night. Pushpa then took an axe and he opens the lock of the door and he found a woman and he freed her. Hearing the news, Jolly Reddy was furious and he came inside and started beating Pushpa. But Pushpa on the other hand was on the phone talking to somebody where he received an information about the police coming. But Pushpa promised that he will keep all the sandalwoods safe. So he started throwing all of the sandalwoods into the river and when the police arrived they couldn't get any trace of red sandalwoods there. Pushpa gave Keshav some money and Keshav went to the dam and he closes the dam not letting all the sandalwoods slow down. Pushpa saved a lot of money for the gangs and in return they throw a big party where all of the gang members of the syndicate meet up and on that spot Pushpa heard somebody talk about Mangalam Jinu where they talk about splitting up a profit. Mangalam Jinu used to buy 1 ton of red sandalwood from Radius at rupees 25 lakhs and he sold in Chennai for 1 crore. Hearing the conversation, Pushpa went up to Kondal Reddy and told everything about the split of the profit. Kondal Reddy was scared of Mangal Jinu, so he told Pushpa to go up to him and talk about the split. But Mangal Jinu was killing somebody who talked about raising the price right in front of Pushpa, but Pushpa was not afraid at all. He beat everybody in the room and take an exit like a boss. And one day with Keshav, he went to Chennai to meet Morgan, but he was not allowed to meet him. But as soon as he handed the sample to his assistant, the Morgan himself came out to meet him because the quality of the product that he brought was so high that Morgan wants to sign the deal immediately. Everything was running very smooth until Pushpa meets a new enemy. His name is Bharat Singh Sarawat and he is the new SP in town. Pushpa was about to get married that time and he wanted to invite the new SP in his marriage. So he came to the police station and gives an invitation card to the new SP. But he was not treated very well because he doesn't have any respect for the new SP. He returned from the police station with a lot of embarrassment because his ego was killed totally by the new SP. But on the other side, he started befriending with the new SP. But the reason for befriending with him was none other than taking revenge for whatever he did to Pushpa. Pushpa made the police officer to take all of his clothes and he burned it. And he let him walk to the police station without clothes. It was his marriage day. He came back to his marriage without clothes too and finally got married to the love of his life. So this is the end of the movie. If you like my video, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share it with your friends. Thank you for watching guys. Have a nice day.